What's going on, y'all? In the shop again. Today I'm working on these two standers here. Had a little time, figured I'd mount some trash bag holders on the side of here. The other standard that I have came with this little trash bag that's from the Toro grandstand, and it's pretty cool. The only thing is it hung out kind of far over the tire, so what I had to do is modify it and cut a section out to make it come in a little bit. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This bracket here mounts on there, and then the bag hangs over way over here. So basically all I'm gonna do is cut 1.5 inches out of here, you know, a little section, and then weld it back together, paint it, and then bolt it up. And this bag, you know, just mounts on that bracket and hangs. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So as you can see, the bag hangs over the tire, which I don't really like. It kind of gets caught on everything. So the last one, I just took a section out right here, brought it in, welded it right in that bend, and that way the bag is like right up against here, which is a lot nicer. Another thing is you can opt for the cup holder or not. I think it's like $20 difference, and it mounts right to here, which will work great on this mower because it doesn't have the oil guard system. So if I wanted to do that on this one, it wouldn't be an option because the cup holder would interfere with that. So I'm not gonna do it on that one, but on this mower, just because it has the room, I went ahead and got it because you can always use that for something. All right, so all I did was took my piece from the last one I cut on my other stander, and I just lined it up because I wanted them all to be the same, and just transferred my lines over, and that's what I'll be cutting out. 2 more like this, and then I'll weld them together. So where it was cut was actually like right here, but I think on the last one I did, I moved it right here. I just took that little cut just so it wouldn't look weird, because it'd look kind of weird if it was like that. So I'm gonna just weld it up right here and just move it forward a little bit. All right, got it cut. I grinded the paint off to where I got a nice surface to weld on, and I clamped this onto that. Go ahead and tack it on. That's welded. let that cool down a bit, and then I'll go ahead and dress it up and throw some red paint on it. Alright, so I don't have it mounted yet. I just got a set of vice grips on it, holding it in place to see how it looks. And as you can see, it's pretty even with the tire, a lot better than before. And I don't know if you noticed, but it's kind of crooked right here. Fortunately for me, that doesn't really matter because this isn't going to affect it whether it's straight or not on this one, because the cup holder isn't going to be mounted. But I'm going to try to make it straighter on the other one, you know, that way the cup stays more level. But that's going to work out good. All I have to do is mark my holes, drill them, and mount that in place, and then go ahead and paint this red. Alright, so I marked and drilled my holes here, and then I took a little bit of red paint and sprayed where the bare metal was inside the holes. I got me some 1/4 inch bolts here. These happen to be carriage bolts, but you can use any kind of bolt really. I'm just using what I got. These are actually too long, but I'm gonna mount the bracket with it, and when I'm done, I'm gonna get my cutoff wheel and just cut off the excess. So I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, got it bolted up, it's all painted, ready to go. All I gotta do now is cut the excess off with my little cutoff wheel here.
12 seconds later.
Alright, that looks a lot better. Pretty much flush with the tire. Got it all mounted. Still have to do this one, but this is pretty much how you mount it on here. The one thing I did notice with the other mower that I have that has this little bag, when you're going down the road with an open trailer, or in my case in the back of a truck, this thing would roll around with the wind and just start flopping around. And I don't think it'll hurt anything or I'll lose the bag, but it's kind of distracting, and looking in the rearview mirror seeing that thing flying around, so it's annoying. So what I did on the other one I have, this bag has a little strap on the bottom that you're supposed to hang on to whenever you're dumping it out. What I did is I basically just made like a little rod with a hook that hooks it, and it goes up here, and I mounted it. I'll have to do that another day on this one, but that's pretty much what you can do if that is a problem for you. So I was just looking at it some more, and you remember I said I wouldn't be able to mount the cup holder or the bottle holder because of this, but I was looking at it where I mounted it. I probably could have moved it all the way back and maybe squeezed that in there, but you know, just something to think about. Maybe when you do yours, mount this on there first and then move it all the way back and put your vice grips on it and see if it works out for you. It might. I don't necessarily need it, so I'm not going to worry about it. For this one though, I am going to mount it on that one.
1 hour later.
Alright, got this one mounted. Got a little cup holder on this one. So now I have trash bags on all 3 of the standers, and I'm ready to go.